Hello, I'm Rebecca Sharp. I'm a poet and I'm currently artist in residence with the Centre for Energy Ethics at the University of St Andrews. Burns wrote widely about our relationships with nature and the environment. As a farmer, he had intimate connection with his natural surroundings and a keen awareness of the effects of human intervention, always acknowledging and usually lamenting his own complicity. He was an early advocate against cruelty to animals, writing clearly and powerfully on our treatment of the environment and other species, connecting to wider ethical and often political views. I've written a poem in the style of the golden shovel. The golden shovel form was created in recent years by the American poet Terence Hayes in response to the work of another great American poet, Gwendolyn Brooks. In this form, you take a line or a phrase, sometimes more, from another poet's work. You then use each word from that phrase, kept in the original order, as line endings in your own poem. The main effect of the golden shovel form is to celebrate and pay homage to another poet. And of course, Burns often paid tribute to other writers in his own work. In choosing a line of Burns to quote for themes of the environment, I could have drawn from several. There's On Seeing a Wounded Hare, or On Scaring Some Waterfowl in Loch Turret, or To a Mountain Daisy, all of which demonstrate Burns's strong views on humankind's impact on the environment and on those more vulnerable than ourselves. But for a quote to have that desired impact, I've chosen from arguably his most famous poem on the subject, To a Mouse, on turning her up in her nest with the plough. The first two lines from the second stanza I'm sure you'll recognise. I'm truly sorry man's dominion has broken nature's social union. And I've woven those lines into my poem, each word placed at the ends of my lines. And please don't feel distracted by listening out for the quoted words, it isn't a test. The purpose is to pay tribute, while also carrying the ideas forward into something new. To a Mouse ends rather bleakly, with Burns in 1785 bewailing dreary prospects and fear for the future. I mean, he wasn't wrong. But here I present a somewhat more positive and perhaps proactive outlook, all things considered. And I've done it twice, that is, across two verses, as a nod to Terence Hayes' own poem, The Golden Shovel, after Gwendolyn Brooks. And you can also see my poem online at the Centre for Energy Ethics, and you can look out for those line endings if that's a fun thing to do. To speak of endings, after Robert Burns. If we are to speak of endings, of which I know I'm part, since we're inventing instruments that truly can recalibrate the means of our existence, then sorry is a start. To reconcile that humans' impulse to outfox a false dominion may be timeless, is time limited, has us girded, digging with a broken blade amidst this age of great repairs, as nature's own upending reason gilds a nascent social season, rising to a truer union. A start's a start, for all that. I'm sore aware that one side's fate is truly ill equated with the other, and that this sorry state betrays the pillars of the mansion. Can we rebuild, without dominion in our minds, those crooked lines that hasten degradation, whose broken bones lay bare in nature's separation, here restored as social equals, rooted in reunion? Thanks very much for having me. Have a great night.